So, how big was the clot in my brain? It's an interesting question. I think it was pretty big, but I have pictures of when I had my clot, and I have a picture of when a surgeon was removing my clot. So, the first ones is when the clot is in my brain. The second was when my clot was removed from my brain. So I think you should look at the pictures that when my clot was removed. Now my eyes are to the right of the picture, and the left side of my brain is on the top. So you can see that the blood after the clot was removed is excellent at that time. Now you should also pick up. You should open up the picture that's my clot in my brain, and you can see that it was way down in my brain that it was blocked, and you can also see that I think that it was affecting my speech and my understanding of my brain. The speech part is called Broca's area, and the understanding is called the Whitnicker's area. It's interesting because I think most of it, right now, I think most of it is my understanding is affected. I can still speak, not fluently, but I can speak it. At least I can speak, which is better than nothing. But understanding, it's still difficult. Sometimes when I'm talking to people in a restaurant, there's a lot of background and there's a lot of noise in the background, and I don't understand what the people were just talking about. It also affects my processing of the language as well, which is interesting. If a person I was talking to would slow down the pace of their speech, it would be helpful for me. But nobody does that because nobody does that. It's really hard to do. So, sometimes I ask the other person, could they repeat what you just talked about, and they would. Sometimes they will repeat it one time, and sometimes I understand, and sometimes I don't. If I don't, I say, oh, okay. It's better if I think it's better if I say okay. I think other people would say it'd be better if I asked them again to repeat it again, but I'm not going to wait an hour trying to repeat what the person is saying most of the time. So I know it's, some people would do it until they understand, but I don't think everyone would do that. And another, that's probably because right now I'm alone most of the time. My wife is here, my daughters are here, and I'll talk about that later. It's nice when they're around, but sometimes I don't understand they're talking about, and they have to repeat it until I understand. But usually I ask them to repeat it until I understand, but sometimes I don't. I'm going to go back in therapy that I had after I had global aphasia. Another homework I had to have pictures of the friends and family that I've known for forever, and I had to repeat all the names, and the names are difficult to do the first time, and the second time, the third time, the fourth time, the fifth time. Unfortunately, that it happens. So, I have a picture of like Michael and Cindy, and repeating those names is difficult at first. It took me years, it took me months before I was able to repeat those names, and in a easily or easy sound of speaking. So, and then I had to repeat Monta and Christy, and Chris and Helen, and Devon and our daughters when we adopted them. You know, I don't know what to do sometimes. Sometimes I think that understanding is the most important thing. I can't speak fluently. I can't understand fluently. I can't read fluently. I can't write fluently right now. I'm better, but not as much as I would hope to be. But I think the worst part of all is I don't understand. If I don't understand, communication with anybody is useless. I'll talk about why I sometimes think that I should die. I don't really think I should die most of the time, but sometimes I do, because I just don't understand what they're talking about. If I don't understand what they're talking about, I'm like, why am I here? But then there's another part of me that says I have to live as long as I can, because I know that I will be able to understand more and more. I'm getting better, not as much as I would like to do, but I was also talking about how the neurons in my brain, how they start firing, because the left side of my brain, those neurons were dead. They were totally dead. And there's a study that I had the results recently. Speaking, they have discovered that it's the right side of the brain that the neurons start activating. That's really important to know, because I think I think that it's the same part of my brain that the neurons are activating right now. It also said that understanding, they don't know where the brain that would happen, and I'm not sure either. I know it's happening, but but understanding is more complex to understand everything what everybody's talking about. And I don't know which part of the brain it is, and I guess I don't really care, but I'd like the more research in the future to know where it is right now, so I could say, oh, it's in my my right side or my left side or my middle of my brain or something else. But maybe they'll happen soon. Maybe it won't be years before they figure out where it is. But I've decided that I'm more determined to stay alive most of the time. So, and I've never giving hope of that. But my friends and family, well, my friends, I don't usually visit my friends right now. Usually, I occasionally contact Mont and ask him if we go out for lunch or breakfast. And now my wife and our daughters like to go as well, so it's nice when they go as well. But that means I don't talk too much when I go out. That's fine, but it's not the same as it used to be. And occasionally I contact Mike Cohen and ask him if he wants to go out to lunch as well. And that's nice as well, but it's not the same. It's not the same as colleagues that I used to hold. I love to go out with my colleagues all the time and talk with them about what's going on in their lives. But now I don't understand what they're talking about, so why bother? Sometimes I do anyway when I was still working. I'll talk about another stories. We'll talk about that as well. And so right now I'm more of introverted right now. I used to be extroverted all the time. I like to be extroverted when my communication was there. Now my communication is almost, it's not zero, not even close to zero, but it's not as fast and simple as it used to be. So, right now, it's nice when I go out and walk around my neighborhood right now with myself. I like to do that. It means that I can think about something, not always about my stroke or the effects of that. Sometimes I think about listening to the birds and listening to the sounds or the cars going by or something else. That's fine. That's fine as well. And occasionally I say hi to people who are passing by. That's easy to do. But I don't try to start a conversation with them either. That's about it for this story. The next story I'll talk about why I was trying to go back to work, and then it was interesting, and I'll talk about it in the next chapter. I hope you're having a good day right now, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.